Hello everybody, welcome to the Zynaptiq booth. We're showing in this demo our upcoming Orange Vocoder 4. Now if you've been doing this audio stuff for a while, you may remember the Orange Vocoder, originally released by a company called Prosoniq in 1998, yeah, a couple of years ago. Prosoniq's no longer around, but we acquired their IP and now we've decided to bring this classic vocoder back because people are still liking the old original because it sounds really good and it makes a whole bunch of sounds you can make with no other vocoding plugin because it's not some vintage emulation yada-da. No, it's an original design. Now for Orange Vocoder 4, we just put our logo on it and we're going to charge again for the same thing. No, we're not. We've taken it apart and have rebuilt the entire thing from scratch to be even more awesome. Let me show you. What we're seeing here is the overview, the main screen of Orange Vocoder 4. And as you can see from here, it features a vocoder, what a surprise, a built-in synthesizer, a freezer, a pitch quantizer, and some effects. The synthesizer is a full-blown deal. So you could use this as a separate synthesizer. It's a virtual analog. It sounds really good. The vocoder is 22 algorithms, and the pitch quantizer will give you that vocal effect that is not a vocoder, but goes in the same kind of workflow. Let me show you with some audio. So here's a vocal. Here is we should be hearing a vocal. When I bring up the volume.
Inject me in your bloodstream, feel me flowing through your veins, cruising through your system like a missile to your brain.
Okay, now as you'd expect with a vocoder, I can play some MIDI keys to control the synth and vocode that with that vocal. For example,
inject me in your bloodstream.
What happened? The MIDI driver, let me reset it. It's not my usual keyboard. It doesn't seem to be quite as reliable as the other one.
In your bloodstream, feel me flowing through your veins, cruising through your system like a missile to your brain.
You'll note, I mean, it's difficult to tell here with this environment, but when you try this in the studio, it sounds incredibly crisp and transparent and punchy. I mean, everybody says that about his software, but this one actually does sound like that. The briefing I gave to the engineers was literally, I'm not joking, okay guys, this thing has to sound like the vocalist is coming out of the speaker, grabbing me by the collar, going, ish, ish, I am the lead instrument, remember that, okay? It worked. And it even sounds that crisp and intelligible if we bring up the brand new unison mode of the synthesizer, because it's 2018, you know, you want big, badass unison sounds, and it still sounds crisp. Oh, hold on, the mono legato needs to go.
Going through your veins, cruising through your system like a missile to your brain. Inject me in your bloodstream, feel me flowing through your veins, cruising through your system like a missile to your brain.
So yeah, the synthesizer cannot just do big sawtooth Euro sounds, no, it can do a whole lot of stuff. Because it features everything you'd want in 2018, like linear through 0 FM, envelopes, velocity, and LFOs for everything, audio rate LFOs, a fully anti-aliased engine, a Moog modeled 24 dB low-pass filter, different types of ring modulation, and as you can see here, one of the other cool features is we have no traditional menus. You you know, a menu on a plugin goes something like this. Okay, so there's this small thing on my 4K screen. Click, no, I missed it. Click, there it goes. And boom, I get a list of 500 words in 9-point font. So I go like, I can't read this, I'm old. Then I click, oh, what's this mean? I don't know, but maybe it's cool, click. No, that's not the right one. Do it again, scroll this way, click. No. It takes forever and it's not very satisfying. With Orange Vocoder 4, we introduced a new idea of how to handle that. You click on the thing called waveform, and then while I mouse over, I don't have to click anything, just mousing over will preview that sound. Let me bring up the synth so I can show you that. Oh, switch off the unison. And just by doing this, just by mousing over, I can preview, and whenever I click, it closes. I'm done. Much faster. And that's true for ring modulators, waveforms, unison modes, modulation sources, whatever you want to do, it's really fast. Fast is actually something that the whole plugin is about. Because one thing we found about the original Orange Vocoder was that it was like a thing full of knobs. It was very orange and very small and full of lots of knobs. So to just wrap your head around that was kind of beyond me on many an occasion. So we went like, okay, can we make that much more simple? So again, back to the overview, you actually see the signal flow, right? So you can tell that, oh, the synthesizer is going into the carrier of the vocoder, and from there it's going to the effects. Now, if I bypass the vocoder circuit, I'll see that represented in the UI. Now, if I solo that channel, I'll see exactly what I'm hearing and where it's coming from, right? So it's never going to be guesswork to know what is going on in this thing, right? Also, each of these sections, well, the three that actually have enough parameters to warrant having presets, they have their own presets. So there's synthesizer presets, vocoder presets, freezer presets, I'll get to those in a bit, and I can randomly load different sub-presets into the different slots by clicking the little icon up here. That way, I get inspired like with a random generator, but I don't get all the crap results like you get from a random generator. Because a random generator goes like this, click, oh no, that's not good, click, ouch, my ears, click, oh, there went my tweeter, click, oh, that one's not too bad, but why is it 3.5 semitones tuned up? Where can I change the pitch? Oh, let me find the menu. No, not gonna happen with this, because it always just loads human-made presets, but because there's 3 levels of 3 components that have their own presets, they combine to make a new sound. Very fast. You can tell that circuit to use the factory presets, just your own, or both. So it gets more, it'll start suggesting more of your own flavor of sounds over time after you make your own presets.
Can you use an external synth with it?
Yes, yeah. Over here, the bottom left, there's the button that will switch off the internal synthesizer and activate the auxiliary input. Now that can be a sidechain, if the plugin format you're using supports the sidechain, or it could be, say, the right plugin input, and you use the left one for the vocal. So yes, you don't have to use the internal synth, but chances are you will be using it because it's really good. Another cool feature, as I mentioned earlier, is the pitch quantizer. What's the deal with that? So we had a bunch of support requests over the years from people that bought the Orange Vocoder and then they wanted to get some help making a particular sound they wanted to make. They go like, hey man, how do I make that awesome sound? Which one? There's a couple more sounds that qualify for being awesome. Well, you know the one from that song. Which song? Oh, you know the chair one. Oh, you do not make that sound for the vocoder. What do you mean? I can do what I want. I bought the thing. No, I mean, it's not a vocoder. It's pitch quantization. Now, to make the lives of those people easier, as well as ours, we decided, well, if it's somehow similar anyway, let's put something similar into the plugin. Of course, because we're Zynaptiq, it sounds different than any other solution would, and it works with stuff that typically doesn't lend itself well to pitch quantization. So here's my vocal again, just as a reminder.
Inject me in your bloodstream, feel me flow.
And now I'm going to use MIDI input to force that onto a new pitch.
Inject me in your stream, feel me flowing through your veins, cruising through your system like a missile to your...
Now it supports glide and mono legato operation as well as pitch bend.
Inject me in your bloodstream, feel me flowing through your veins, cruising through your system like a missile to your brain.
The gliding, the portamento, for a synthesizer is not a big deal, but for current vocal editing styles and in pitch-corrected vocal type of music genres, they're stutter edited and they're sliding in pitch all over the place. It's a lot of work to get that done. With this, it's stupidly fast because, you know, when I press the MIDI key, I'm gating the signal. And if I play legato, I get a slide. Very fast. You can even apply an amplitude envelope to the gating, so make it very fast, like a sample hard edit, or you can make it slower. Maybe use a different sample for that, like this vocal over here. Hold on. This one. That's easier to show the attack and release time on the... That's with a longer release. And you'll note that with smaller amounts of pitch change, it sounds really natural. Go really far down, cool and electric, nearly like oscillator synchronization. Just that sound is so me on the plugin if I didn't already have it. Lots of stuff to play with. There is a lot more that I could be talking about. For instance, that one thing people liked about the Orange Vocoder was that it didn't have one emulated model of an analog vintage device, like, oh yeah, we modeled the Roland or the Sennheiser or the EMS. No, we have 22 different sound modes for the vocoder. That includes stuff like state-of-the-art speech synthesis, and I don't mean the 70s Texas Instruments speak and spell stuff. No, I mean the Siri or Alexa level modeling of the vocal tract and the glottal pulses. We have advanced LPC filtering, high precision, really fat sounding technology that is also used in telecommunications. Multi-resolution wavelets, a thing called online independent component analysis. If that sounds like a lot of mumbo jumbo to you, it's essentially a similarity search in the frequency domain. It's rocket science stuff, and it sounds cool. And a lot of other things. Let me just maybe run through a couple of them using that other vocal again. Just so you remember what we're putting in here. It's this one.
Inject me in your bloodstream, feel me flowing through your veins.
Right, so... And on the synthesizer, I'm going to use, let me bring up a simple sawtooth waveform real quick. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so these two are going to make new sounds now.
Inject me in your bloodstream, feel me flowing through your veins, cruising cruising through your system like a missile to your brain.
And it doesn't just work with monophonic stuff, it can really sound cool with chords, of course. Yeah, so let me play some chords for you.
Inject me in your bloodstream, feel me flowing through your veins, cruising through your system like a missile to your brain. Inject me in your...
You'll know the intelligibility is stupid. If you've ever mixed records with vocoders, you'll know you have to mess around with bypassing the original sibilants and adding noise and equalizing and dynamic this and whatever and whatnots to make it understandable whatever the person is saying. Not with this. Each and every one of these algorithms is extremely transparent without messing around. Now this was the speech synthesis one, by the way.
Inject me in your bloodstream, feel me flowing through your veins.
It's still clear. Now we could go, for example, to an analog model.
Inside to your brain. Inject me.
Got a lot more of that tanginess. Or we could go into, say, a wavelet mode that's called glitched. That's more for robots. Then there's one called Butter, which is a similarity search type thing, and it's really...
Cruising through your system like a missile to your brain.
It also has a format shifter.
In your bloodstream, feel me flowing through your brain. Cruising through your system like a missile to your brain.
What may not be apparent here at this show, it sounds really, really, really good. Of course, I'm going to say that because I make this thing, and obviously I can't say, oh no, it's not good, don't buy it. But convince yourself in your studio, please do. It's unbelievable. The engineers did such a great job at making the always nagging dude that designs the products, me, happy about how it sounds. It's going to be VST2, VST3, RTAS, AAX native, audio units, Mac, PC, 32-bit, 64-bit, anything you need, it'll support. We expect it to be shipping in May. It might be a little bit later than that. Stuff can happen, no promises, don't hold your breath, but save your money. There will be an update or upgrade path for everybody who ever had any iteration of the Orange Vocoder. So if you're old like me, and in 1998 you bought the Orange Vocoder DirectX from Steinberg for 199 Deutsche Marks, right? You'll still be able to just buy the update and get back into the upgrade path. Yeah.
How much is it?
The exact price will be announced on release. But we want many people to be able to use this, so it's not going to be $1 million. That much we know. Thanks for watching the demo. I hope I made it somewhat interesting. Have a good show. Bye-bye.